So guys, kernel is the thing. Okay, kernel is nothing but it is just the one, one software, I can say, that can help us to run this particular code in the Jupyter notebook. Okay, like in the navigator you will see that there's so many things. Okay, for each and everything there is a kernel, and kernel will help you to run your code, okay, as a Python code, because these are not the Python software. These are the, these are the web pages or the IDEs created by someone else or the open source, platforms, right? And they are, you know giving their software to, use their software and interact with or implement your Python code. You can run your Python code in this software as well, in these IDs as well, right? So that is nothing but the kernel, I would say. Okay, now here you can say, you can start, like, let's say this is my output. Okay, now I just wanted to restart the kernel and create all the outputs. Okay, I'll go and do this, and here you can see, yeah, now you can see my outputs were gone, right? Now you can again rerun this from the scratch. Now see, initial, like, input value is nothing over here, right? If I am running this particular code or executing this, now you can see input is 1. Okay, which means that, okay, one time this particular cell is executed, like that. Okay, you can explore this thing, you can save the notebook, clear the notebook, you can download the notebook as well, you can see that the help. And one more thing, guys, okay, other than these keyboard shortcuts, you can see that if you want any help regarding the notebook as well as the markdown, as well as if you want some references to learn Python or any other languages or libraries of Python, you are free to use these references, like NumPy references is there, SkyPy references is there, Matplotlib references is there. Okay, these are the library which will help you to build your model, which will help you to, you know visualize your data, which will help you to read your data set. Okay, we'll be talking about this all the libraries in upcoming part of our session. Okay, so let us go and write some code. We have written a print hello world. Okay, so this is the starting. Okay, now let's say, okay, I just wanted to, write this. What is this? This is a x variable, right? This is a y variable. Okay, now if I wanted to store this value, okay, I wanted to store this value, these are nothing, x are nothing but the containers, x and y. Okay, these x and y are the variables in Python. Okay, and these are the values which are storing in this particular variables respectively. Okay, now this is the variables are nothing but the containers. Okay, like if you wanted to write something over here, okay, let me go over here, let me use this. Okay, and I just wanted to, explain something. So, like, variable. Okay, so what is variable? Variables are nothing but the, variables are nothing but the containers. Okay, containers. And you can use this, okay, these to store values. Okay, not just the values, your text data as well, right? So these are the variables. Okay, now how you can store the text data? Okay, let's say z is my another variable. I just wanted to store the text data. Okay, and what is my text data? This is my text data. Okay, and I just want the print for this z. Okay, let me run this. Okay, and now here you can see z is the variable. Okay, and in the z we store this string is nothing but the text data. Okay, and we just printed the variable, which is the z, and we got the value, which is nothing but the text data. Okay, these are the variables, I would say. Okay, so this is the one data type, I would say. Now let's clear this, because we'll be talking about the pandas library in the upcoming part of this session. So now what next? Let's explain the indentation are nothing but the block of code. Okay, indentation are nothing but the block of code. Okay, so let's say you are creating a yes, spaces at the beginning. Okay, like let's say you are writing a if statement. Like this is my if statement. Let's say 10 is greater than, let's say, 4. Okay, and this is my first statement. Okay, and here you can see that, okay, 10 is greater than 4, right? So let me run this from here. Okay, now here you can see that, okay, what is this? This is the block of code, or we can say that the indentation. Understood, guys? This is the block of code or nothing but the indentation, right? Now you can see that, okay, like if you are not using the indentation, then what will happen? Let me remove this indentation. Yeah, let's run this by using shift plus enter, and you can see that the errors. Okay, what kind of error is this? What kind of error is this? It's an indentation error. In the name itself, you can see that there is indentation error, which means that you will have to add the indentation over here. Where? See over here. You can see the angle as well. Okay, if you have to, before this print, you will have to add the indentation. Let me add the indentation. Okay, and let's rerun it, and you can see that we got the output again. Okay, so this is the use case of indentation. Okay, now why we are using this indentation? How to use in how to add indentation? Yes, you can see that. See, uh, okay, let's say again, if okay 10 is greater than 4, okay, colon, and by just entering it, you can see that, okay, indentation is automatically by added by the Jupyter notebook itself. Okay, that's how we can add the indentation. You don't need to add by yourself. It will add the indentation automatically. Okay, then just don't remove the indentation. Then if we're talking about the indentation, why to use indentation in our code? Like I just don't want to use the indentation. So why there is a need of using indentation? Because it's readability. It's readability. It's very, if there is a 10 line of code is there. See, like if you are sharing this particular you know code with someone else, so how can that person understand what is there inside the code? Okay, so at that time you will have to use the indentation. Okay, you will have to use the indentation. That's the thing. Now let's go further and understand the next thing, which is nothing but the, so definitely like this. Okay, like let's say you just remove the indentation. Let's say run this. Okay, I remove the indentation, and here you can see that I got the error, indentation error. Okay, now how Jupyter notebook understand this particular error is an indentation error? Okay, because which is already there in the code of Jupyter notebook. Okay, so because of that, Jupyter notebook is able to understand which kind of error is this. Okay, now if there is no indentation block is there, so that's why Jupyter notebook able to show us or able to throw us that this is an indentation error. And where this error happen, over here you can see with this particular arrow. See, so you can see that yes, here, okay, before print function I would have to add the indentation. Okay, that's how you can get to know that. Okay, like where you can add this, right? Now let's go ahead with the further topic, which is nothing but the comments. Okay, which is nothing but the comment. Now as I explain this term, which is nothing but this particular markdown cell. Okay, now if you wanna, sometimes let's say if you don't wanna add this, okay, let's say you are writing in one cell, okay, you are writing 50 line of code. And understood? So if you are writing 50 line of code, so you can't explain that 50 line of code in this particular markdown cell. Okay, because okay, if someone who don't know what is there in your code, so for that, okay, you will have to write the the explanation about your code at each and every line. Let's say I'm adding hash over here, I'm adding, this is the if statement, you know statement is this. Okay, here if statement is starting, let's say, so this is my comment. Okay, this is my comment. Let's go and run this and you can see. Okay, comment doesn't affect my code, right? One more thing is that readability is increase. Understood? Readability is increase. So this is the thing. So you can add the comment at the starting of your code. You can add anywhere. You can't add the in between. Okay, you can't the comment. You can't add the comment over here. You can add the comment at the beginning, at the above, I can say. Okay, after the code, then you can use this over here. You can add the comment over here as well. You know, here as well. Now, this is the one more thing. Now, what is another thing? There is absolute difference between comment and heading. Okay, one most popular difference is nothing but the heading is nothing but here the itself in the heading is nothing but, let's say, title. Okay, or you are starting some new topic from here, right? That is nothing but the heading. If you are commenting, which means you are explaining this code. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, you can go ahead with the heading. Okay, whenever there is a new topic coming, let's say there are 7 steps in data science projects, right? So first, okay, you will have to, okay, if you are making a presentation, you will have to add the step 1, which is nothing but the problem formulation. So at that time, you, instead of basics of Python, you can write the problem formulation over there, and you can write your problem over there and mention the step 1, right? You can't go ahead and you can't mention this thing over here, step 1, step 2. It's very difficult to read that step 1 is starting from here. Okay, because there is thousands line of code you will see in each and every data science project. So if you are adding step 1 over here, so like no one understand, right? So you will have to, if you add the step 1 over here, so it's very easy to visually it's very easy to see, yes, step 1 is starting from here, right? So that's the main difference between the heading and comments we are using for the explaining our code if there is a lot of large number of code is there. And heading is nothing but just explaining, yes, we are starting particular topic from here. Okay, right? This is a one line comment. Okay, what if I just wanted to add the multiple line of comment? So at each and every time I'll have to add the hash at the starting of this particular line. So is there any another option for this or no? Yes, absolutely there is. another option for this. And what was that? Just use the three, double quote or single quote. I will be using a three double quote because it's very easy, right? Yes, absolutely. Use three single quote or double quote. Let's say, see, uh, you know, you know, let's welcome to, you know, data science fast track course, right? And here I just wanted to add the, my name, you know, trainer name, right? Right? I just wanted to your name as well, like the Apurva, right? Attendees, you know, right? So like I can add the few people's names as well, XYZ, yes, ABC, like that. So this is going to be the, let's run this and you can see that. Okay. Now what is the difference? Okay, now I just added the, multiple line of comment. So but I just, I got the output in one line, but the main purpose of mine is resolved. And what was that? Okay, here my, Jupyter notebook just ignore this particular thing. Okay, ignore this particular thing. Okay, I didn't got any output, right? Now here you can see that if you add the backslash n over here, so you will be able to see this thing. Okay, like this is the comment, that's why, okay, you won't be able to see the, the multiple line, okay, output in multiple lines, but definitely you will get the output in multiple lines as well. Okay, now what was next? Let us talk about, okay, the, as we mentioned over here, okay, we talked about the variables, what is variable, right? Then we'll be talking about the string. Let us talk about the string. Let me convert this into the markdown cell. Before the, and before that particular sentence, if you use hash sign, it will, you know, it will throw that particular, statement as a comment. Let's say in this particular cell, if I am using this x equal to 5 and I am printing the same x and running this, so here you can't see this because this is just the comment, because this is just the comment. Python directly ignore this and just Python execute this two line of code. Okay, that's the thing, that's the use of comment. Okay, so you don't have to add the hashes for each and every line. Okay, that's the purpose. Okay, and here you can see, let's say if I am you know creating, let's say is very basic if statement. Okay, let's say value of a equal to 10 and value of b equal to 20, and I am creating if else statement, okay, by using a and b. Okay, and after this colon you will see that I just enter it. Okay, after this colon you will see that I just enter it, you will see that, and I'm creating this print statement and I'm saying that, okay, if a is greater than b, if that is, okay, if that is correct, so give me output as the true. Okay, let me run this. Okay, I got the, I got no output because this statement is, uh, incomplete. I'll use the else and again use the same thing. Okay, I'll use the print. Okay, wait a minute guys. Okay, yeah. So I'm using print false. Yep. Okay, and let me run this. And here you can see I got the output as a false. And now here you can see I just added the indentation over here, print, because okay, for this if statement, okay, there is a requirement for this indentation, then only we can be okay, this code will run. Okay, if I remove this indentation, okay, let me go and run this. I got the error, and my error is saying that this is going to be the indentation error. Okay, if I am okay going with this let's say uh, any different error, so definitely it will throw us a definite different error, not the indentation error. It will specify the error name, okay, whether the syntax error is there, or the indentation is there, or any other error is there, right? So right now there is an indentation error, okay, because I just remove the indentation from here. Okay, and indentations are very much useful to read the code. Okay, it will like indentation are just improving the readability of the code. You see, it is just improve the readability of the code. So that's why we are using the indentation. That's it, no other use for this indentation. Okay, it will improve your readability. So there are a lot of things at that time we'll be using the indentations, not only for the if statement. This is just the example, okay, to show you, because if else statement is very easy to understand. If I write any difficult any complicated formula or the loop here, then you will not understand that thing. So to understand the main intention, what I am trying to say, okay, that's why I use the if else statement, because it is very easy. Okay, anyone can understand this. Okay, so we'll explore the indentation again in the upcoming part, when we are using the for, when we are creating the for loop, while loop, you know this kind of thing.